Hello and welcome to Football Fumb. This is episode 2 of my QPR career. And apologies for not uploading earlier. But as you see my result schedule, after a great run, I think just a draw and a loss there of about nearly a dozen games, my recent performances, draws and losses, basically the wheels had come off a little bit, so I felt, reevaluate where we were going. I stopped using my first tactic 1, and I alternated between 2 tactics, and now I've stuck with using the wingers. So just having 2 CDMs and just stick to that, build up being familiar with it and seeing how that went. So yes, I stuck with the 4-2-3-1, concentrate on that, and I picked up a great tip which I'll leave a link to, but quite often it's not the players, the formation, or even the opposition. It's actually what you say to your players before a match, after they score, and at half time. You need to be, what I found worked is assertive. And half time, whatever the score, be aggressive. And then obviously at the end of the game, if you win it, then pat them on the back. So just to be clear, the 4-2-3-1, I was mainly using that for home and using my rock solid tactic for away. But it's best to just stick to the one, and as I say, make sure your instructions are clear. Obviously, all training positions are clear. So what I wanted to talk about, where we left off, I was hoping really to do a January like mid-season video, but I must admit I had to reevaluate QPR's pull in the market. It was shocking. I think I went for about 20-30 players, and we just got nobody of any quality really wanted to come to QPR. Furthermore, the fair play continues to hinder this club. Sandro, I think it's about the third £500,000 payment to Tottenham. So basically funds are pretty low. What I did do was set up an affiliated club, St Mirren, which may prove to be good. So no January sales, no buys, affiliated club. I also wanted to talk about, which will hopefully come at the end of the season, whether we're make the Premiership or not. Fingers crossed. But then I'll go on to hopefully a third video, which would look at training for the Premiership, getting ready for it. So based on the team report, what players that we need, going. Lots of you out there probably know this already, but also you can get into problems when you start praising players. Others get unhappy, etc. So it's probably best not to praise them too much. Keep level-headed. Keep all your instructions and verbal assertive, but in a calm manner. And now hopefully I've turned the corner. We're back on track. We're up to second. After dropping down to third when it was looking a bit dicey. I do not, as many Championship clubs, do not want to rely on the playoffs. I just went, like in this video, I didn't want to leave it to the end of the season, but now having got that confidence in turning the corner, I am starting off with this Leeds away game, which obviously is tough, but you'll see it as we talk you through. There you go. That's the team talk assertive. That is the best way to get the best. And you'll see as we go through into this match, it starts a bit shaky, but in the end, this tactic that I've adopted for QPR, based on, as I said earlier on, there's good CDMs at this club. There's a couple of one in particular unhappy player. I think it's Luongo. He doesn't really fit in with this formation, which is working for QPR with inside forwards and then CDMs. He, as you may know, also in real life, he's like an attacking central mid. So he may well have to go in the summer, and there will be. I think QPR, there's probably about 8 senior players, including the higher earner. Unfortunately, the captain, but we're utilising it at the moment, which is Sandro. About 8 players may go in the summer clear out. But if we stay in the Championship or hopefully push on to the Premiership, then obviously the team, the squad, needs heavily rebuilding, and as I keep stressing, on a budget. There's not contrary to widespread knowledge or lack of knowledge, that there's not money at this club at this moment in time, and it's looking even worse in real life with Ian Holloway. But apologies also. I don't know whether you're seeing that the gameplay is slightly shaky, and I think that's the recorder. But yeah, that's Sherney, doing a great run. But yeah, as you see this match play out, this just shows you that the tactics are working. Hopefully we've turned the corner, and I'm hoping to post probably in the new year. Fingers crossed if we get promoted to the Premiership. If you've got any advice with transfers, I would be really interested to hear. Post in your comments down below. Yes, although this 4-2-3-1 tactic is working really well for this Championship side QPR, Cherney, who is on loan, played really well for us. I think he's scored like 10 goals or so, 10, 11 goals, which is great for a right winger or right inside forward. I will look to try, I think he's about 18, 19, and I think he may be like a promising wonder kid. So I will try to sign him, however much, from Ajax in the summer. That he would be a good signing. But he has said recently that he's not typically, like most, he's not interested to sign for QPR. But that's in the Championship. Maybe the Premiership will turn his head. So yeah, Cherney's quite good. The Polish guy, I think he's on loan. Also, Wizolek. He's not bad, but he's slightly. Well, he's tall. He's tall, a bit more rangy. He's slightly better defensively than Cherney on the right side, right inside forward. As you see there, assertively encourage or calmly encourage seems to pick the team up. So that's another piece of advice which I received, which I'll happily pass on. Yeah, and so the left side is, we got Silla, who's, I think he's scored about 10 goals, but he is so hit and miss. And then his sort of backup, again slightly more defensively, is Gladwin. But and then I've got Petrasso, who's never really done it. As far as the QPR fans are concerned, I think I did sell for 1.9 million. Now back to I've murdered that one again. But the French guy, and I've got criticism for that. And he Well, I tried him out for a handful of games and he didn't really hit the ground running. So, and he wasn't. He's more of a winger rather than an inside forward. So I did sell him. I cashed in, and fingers crossed it won't ultimately affect our target for the Premiership. But I did get. Well, I'm still getting criticism for letting him go. But I didn't think he was like a wonder kid or a hot prospect. I think he's like 24, and I think he went to Sunderland. So we shall see. Corker, that I sold the big money signing 9 million and 9.5 to Wolfsburg. I think that was good business. We haven't really missed him, because I in this formation you need ball playing centre backs, which I will again look to sign in the summer. Also, Perchy at right back. He does need backup. We've got Furlong on loan to Swindon, and he may come in. He's got good stats, but he's unproven even at Championship level. So to put him into Championship or Premiership level as backup to Perchy would be seen as a risk. So it's half time here. It is 0-0. So as I said to you, an away game against Leeds United is it's a tough fixture every time. But I'm fairly happy with the way we're playing here. But I still, while I'm looking down, see like fitness and body language, rating, match rating, and the yellow card. I see Nedum Anua. He's our strongest player. He's a key player, in addition to Sandro. So I didn't really want to change him, even though he's got a yellow card. So that could be, you got to consider that. But it's the team talk which is so important. Computer game, rubbish in, rubbish out. It's what you put in that box. So whatever the result, the score at half time, go aggressive, and I want to see more from you guys, more from you boys. So they work harder rather than I used to put in, which I think partly caused the run of bad results. I used to say, nicely, come on boys, let's pick it up, calmly encourage, and basically they just tend to sit back and think they're working hard when they weren't, and sorry, we've lost again or draw. But you need to go aggressive. I want to see more from you boys. Take it on, attack the leads, and then as you will later on see, it does have an effect. Anyone playing this game, especially experienced players, as I said, I've just come back to this game after many years out. But there's a lot of obviously experienced players. That was a bit dicey, wasn't it? A lot of experienced players that know far more than me. But the backroom staff, if you can get that sorted, obviously first day or two into the job, makes a massive difference as you go through out the game. And I brought in. I just thought there was a goal then. I brought in Housey, I think head of youth, because I couldn't get my main man. I think Mr. Cannon, is it? And I think recently he's just brought in a bunch of kids, totally down to him, and they had a friendly against and beat the current QPR under 18s. So that just illustrates that you get good staff, they pick good players, let the AI do their job, and it's happy days. Apologies for jumping all over the place, but again, another key area, apart from staff, obviously I've mentioned what you say to your players, but it's obviously training and individual training more so. So whatever tactic you pick up, you've got to stick to those, like the right back. I've got Perchy on one side, Bidwell or Robinson on the other. They are trained as complete wing backs. It's not natural to them, but they're trained all season for that. My goalkeeper, Smithies, he just a basic goalkeeper, fairly good for Championship level. May have to look at that for Premiership, but I train him as a sweeper keeper. So individual training, just keep that on. Do not let the assistant do that. So they're all trained for that, purpose made for the formation that you've got. So therefore, and this is that bugs me. These free kicks, I need to sort that. Here we go, and we're 1-0 up. Poulter. So yeah, another area which I've touched upon is transfers, which we all love and are interested in. Poulter has become my main striker in this formation. I need one with a cam or shadow striker, as I call him, which is Sherry. Just behind, but Poulter, he misses a lot of chances. As I said, I think I touched upon before, he's got like finishing of maximum something like 12. So I have to, whether it's stay in the Championship or Premiership, is to buy ideally a complete striker, which should put all these chances that we're creating. I mean, quite often with this tactic, creating like 20 chances against sort of 4 up to 5 chances of the opposition each game, and we're sometimes not scoring out of 20 chances. It's ridiculous. So then that's another chance gone big. And see, Poulter, he's, I will probably, if I go to Premiership, I'm not convinced to keep him. But there's again, it probably just in real life, probably not ready to take the step up to Premiership. But obviously there's the money there, and obviously every manager wants to get them. There we go, 2-0. So this tactic is working. It's based on possession, and we keep plugging away at it, frustrating the home fans. So it's working. So we turn the corner. Great. So yeah. So if Sandro goes, I'll have to replace him with another CDM. So I think the money is whittling away as we speak. I've got 9.5 million plus the 1.9. Just over 10 million. But I think in the current kitty for QPR, there's only about 6.5. So I'm hoping that if we do make the Premiership, I'll have at least 10 to spend, and then we can make a proper sort of fist of it. And the main key point would be to stay up. So here I'm looking for subs. Anyone who's weak, body language is poor, low rating. But if they're playing well, then sometimes best to leave it. But don't forget to maybe maximum probably 3 times in a game is to assertively or calmly encourage. But after you've been aggressive to them at half time, I can vouch it works. So slightly boring, but end of season will probably be evaluated about the fair play. We're on course to pass that sort of little test. I will be looking towards the end of the season also to partner up with another affiliated club. Just get your name out there. It's easier to loan players, and you get first dibs. It seems on the sort of the star players or any players that you may be interested in. I think St Mirren. I think he's Stephen O'Halloran or something. He may be a good MC centre mid. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at and get him scouted fully, but he may be a good replacement CDM in this formation if I stick with it in the Premiership. There we go. 3-0. Poulter again. I think Silla got the second goal, but away from home, what fantastic. And I was slightly nervous to put this up, slightly nervous to go for this, but I'm happy that after about 3 games we're back on track, and we'll because no one really wants to put up games where you're losing and you're dropping down playoffs, and then lose those. What's the real point? But yeah, just to sort of wrap this video up. Sorry if I'm sort of to keep going on waffling, but hopefully there's a few key points that all of you can pick up, and hopefully you enjoy it as hopefully I will, and as I improve. And if you want to see more or any questions, please down in the comments let me know. So hopefully what my couple of videos do show is if you can get these staff pretty much right, get your tactics right, get your input with your comments and your team talks right, you can, well, certainly in the championship it doesn't particularly matter what players that you've got, as long as they're fairly round pegs in round holes, it will work. But hopefully, we'll look to improve the team and squad by having better round pegs in round holes. And it's just as well, really, because I think in maybe football managers, championship managers gone by, where you could just pick up dream players, have like 2 squads, and it's good because it's more realistic. But as I've been frustrated in the transfer market, it's just as well that I can do it with the current crop, and also sell 2 players for 10 million, and if we get the Premiership, then happy days, hunky dory, and hopefully Mr. Fernandes will be impressed. He's already sent me an email about extending my contract, so here we go. So this match is drawing to a close, injury time, just playing out, and great result. There you go, Anua. He's so strong. He's a key player. I may need to him and Sherry's the shadow striker. I think Middlesbrough's sniffing around. I might need to give them better contracts, but we'll have to see if I can bring in better players for less. Bit harsh, but that's the reality of this game, and reality in real life. And there you go. So 3-0, and then a pat on the back. Job done. We can all go home. On to the next one. And I want to see more of that next game. And that's how you start off. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and please leave comments to a little bit of encouragement, and hopefully I'll see you next time in January in real time, and end of season in game time, and see what we can do. Thank you for watching. Football Fumb out.